Hey guys, welcome to my feed. I am Sean Jones, and I am the artist behind TFD Paintball and Art of the Sean. Let's see here. Didn't mean to cut the feed off. There we go. You can find me on Facebook at symbol Art of the Sean. You can also find me at www.facebook.com, Total Field Domination Paintball Graphics and more. Yeah, TFD at the end there too. Anyway, I'm going to kind of jump into a design that I did yesterday. There we go. And today I'm going to be doing some environmental sketching. So yesterday I was doing like some character work for a gun, and I'm waiting on the word back from the client about anything they likes. For those of you in paintball know, you might see a number that you recognize off to the corner here. And there's a reason for that. And obviously the theme should be pretty reasonable to understand exactly what's going on there. But looking at different styles for this character that we're going to do. But now we're going to go ahead and do environmental sketches, because eventually we needed to go on this canvas right here. And in order to do that, what I want to do is I want to do composition sketches for the environment first, and then after that move on over to the actual gun. So if any of those ideas come to fruition that are on this board right here, then I will go ahead and move them over to the big sketch, the big canvas. But I don't want to waste too much time, so what I do is I do a series of just kind of quick sketches involving a couple compositional elements that I've got in mind in regard to doing this. And this helps me work out, hey, I've got two sides, two images that I've got to do. How are they going to work together? What's it all going to look like when it comes out on the canvas? So that's what we're trying to nail down here. And as much pre-work as you can do prior to actually doing your actual artwork is the best problem resolution that you possibly can have. So I think today I'm also going to play around with different widths of pencil brush that I've been using. Usually I come in with a fine liner, like a mechanical pencil. And today I'm going to come up with just a different nib. And the reason for that is I think that we might be able to play around with doing different things that way. Like, kind of just helps you to loosen up a little bit too. So the first ones are probably just going to look like sketchy garbage. Most of this is going to be kind of just rough, loose, sketchy, nothing too crazy. And then, hopefully as the painting starts to progress, then we start to really see what's going on there. Let's see, pull up my Restream audio chat so that I can talk to everybody on every platform. And then we should be good to go. So just waiting here. Also, I am looking for suggestions for my next time-lapse video music. So if you have any ideas about what you'd like to do, or like to see what would sound pretty good, then by all means, please let me know in the comments, and I will definitely check those things out. You can go to the YouTube audio library, which is full of music that is available to everybody for free, and also won't get you a copyright strike on YouTube. And in most cases, Facebook doesn't see them as copyright violations either. So sometimes you get flagged for that, sometimes you don't. But one way or the other, hopefully it works out. Let's see. There we go. And I think we're about ready to start. There we go. All right. So, like I said, I'm working with a really big, kind of squishy brush this time instead of like a smaller one. Reason for that is because it kind of forces you to stay a little bit loose. You don't have to be a perfectionist about anything. You're just kind of really just blocking things in there, trying to work out ideas, and that's the main focus here. Is I'm not really going to get into all the details, and I have a really bad habit getting sucked into those details, so I'm trying to keep it organic and just kind of loose. I think I want a fatter bridge, so we're going to go. And also with a looser brush like this, you can kind of cover more area quicker. Yeah, it might look sketchy, but this isn't a final product. This is just something that we're putting together to mess with the concepts first. I don't like that video, whatever it was, or that sound. Audio. All right. But already we got the loose kind of idea that there's possibly a bridge or something here. And what's gonna stop me from using this one is a number of different things, but one, it's not creepy enough to just look like a bridge that's kind of like on there, but because the theme is a kind of creature under the bridge. Can't say what just yet, but like I said, if you've got guesses, you're welcome to guess too. Oh, that's not nice. Sorry. So if anybody has any guesses about what I'm actually doing, or like what kind of creature I'm making, by all means, tune in. I want to hear what you have to say. Not sure if I like what I'm doing there. But that's the perfect time to move on to the next thing. See, the challenge a lot of times too in these compositions is not getting stuck in the same type of things. Like these compositions are all character based, so finding new ways of showing the characters becomes kind of like the biggest challenge, I think, in a lot of ways, because like you can always show a side view, you can always show a front view, but how do you make that more? How do you get more dynamic, especially in this tight space right here? And I'm not saying it's impossible, because it's not. Gotta have my coffee too. Creatures throw in an axe, something like that, towards the viewer. And again, remember, they're only going to see that though, so is that enough? You have to constantly ask yourself those types of questions, like, is that right? Is that gonna fit within the design? I will say that designing for the CS2 Pro has been really kind of refreshing because there's a lot more minimal space in it, which means that there's a lot less design challenges that kind of come across too. So skulls over here or something. I'll oftentimes write myself notes too on what exactly I'm doing. Just to kind of come back to this. And again, any one of these could be just grabbed, and I'm just really blocking in some things. Oh, really? Ty, that's awesome. So here's the deal, buddy. As far as the anno designs cost, here, give me a second. Let me give you a little face-to-face here. Let me turn this music down for a sec. So, as far as one-off anno designs right now, there's nobody who's doing just one-offs for your guns. If you're looking to get this type of anno done, generally speaking, Planet Eclipse does those in runs of 20, and then puts them toward, you know, like they go out to shops or whatever, and then you can pick them up there. But if you want a one-off, I do know that there are some people who are experimenting with that, and if you want me to private message you after this, or if you want to private message me and then I can get back with you about that, there are some people who are doing some stuff that's, again, it's experimental, but there are some pretty good professionals who have some really hot stuff coming out, and I can't name names over the live cast, but I can talk to you about it, and you can get in contact with them and maybe ask questions and see what they can do for you there. Other than that, the other thing you can do, which is a lot less expensive than doing anodization stuff, is to get a laser engraving design, which is basically a black and white design that's done, and then from there you can you know, I mean, you can just have that put onto any gun. You've seen probably a lot of them from like CK or ANS Gear or any of those types of things, and those are all really hot. Personally, I wish I had a laser engraver because I would definitely do that. And I've also been thinking about some other cool things with that. Tommy says, classic Kitty Hawk. Not sure I understand the reference, buddy. If you could let me know what you're are you talking about the music? Let me know. This is, yeah, like Ty was saying, it's an anno design. So when I do a design, though, generally speaking, per image, it's about $500 per image, just so you're aware. Like, that's just kind of my pricing that goes out for digital painting that goes onto a gun, generally speaking. But it kind of depends on the licensing that's involved with that, too, because I license my artwork. I don't necessarily just give out the artwork anymore. That's kind of a thing I had to learn in just about any industry. So, anyway, back to it. Hey, Cassie. How you doing? I'm just doing some composition sketches for this next gun. I finished another one. That one I kept under wraps for the most part, and this one I'm doing more of the casting for. Pardon the pigeon scratch. So I'm trying to keep this fast and loose, so I'm working in a bigger brush, which just makes what looks to be squiggles and messes to everybody else, but to me it's basically like art shorthands or notes. You can see some stuff in there, but it really does take work to decipher this type of stuff. Hey Grant, thanks for joining me today. Hope you're doing alright. Just working out some composition sketches, nothing too crazy. Trying to see how extreme I can go with this concept here. If you guys have music suggestions for my next time-lapse video, I'd love to hear them too. It does not have to be this dubstep stuff, that just happens to be what was playing and this random shuffle thing I got going. And to be honest, it was kind of giving me a headache. So one of the things that's kind of stopping me from doing any detail work right at this moment, not stopping me, but like I'm just waiting on word back from my client, so to speak, about any of the sketches they liked. This is kind of the sketch sheet that I worked on last night. So these were different like creature ideas for the next creature creation gun. It has a name already, but can't really get into that just yet. So this is kind of what I've actually worked on last night, and then I'm going to go ahead and do environmental sketches for that. So that's what this is all about, is trying to work out different ideas for how to make a ghoulie gun, I guess. So you'll probably see me work out a couple different like eye close-ups in here just for placement's sake. There's I don't know that this music is any better either. Excuse me. Hey Jamie, how you doing, hon? Real loose scratches right here today. Kind of been holding off on doing anything refined until I have some feedback from one of my clients. So today it's just loose scratches. Kind of took the day after work to do this and to do some other stuff that I had to get handled. Well, yeah. Guess that cat's out the back. Hey Archie, hope you're doing alright, buddy. Nothing crazy going on here today. Sorry, I'm just showing off the, not showing off, but showing the work that we did yesterday on different concepts for this gun. All loose sketches just sent off to the client to kind of be like, hey, do you feel any of these? What do you like? What don't you like? That type of thing. Archie might recognize that number right there if you're still hanging around. Alright, I'm going to be back on a little bit later, guys, but I have to take a short break. And thank you for joining me here at Art of the Sean and TFT Paintball. Was really great just to have people join in while I was just sketching away at different concepts, man. I'm going to keep working away on these. I'm going to do a little bit more research on a couple of different concepts and see what I can come up with. Anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and if you join me back again later, drop in and say hi.